Come into the moment, quiet down your mind, and reach into your spirit, touching the divine. And let's explore the beauty that truly lies within the soul that has been waiting just to be your friend. And listen for that small, still voice that speaks inside your soul. Allow the healing presence to do the work and make you whole. To the moment, quiet down your mind, reach into your spirit, touching the divine. And let's explore the beauty that truly lies within the soul that has been waiting just to be your friend. And listen and listen for that small, still voice that speaks inside your soul. Allow the healing presence to do the work and make you take in a good breath. Be alert and awake. Totally awake. Repeat after me. Say, I'm woke.
I'm woke.
I'm woke. You feeling woke this evening? Yeah. You know what we need to do more than anything else is to feed the soul. Feed the soul. I'm going to hear like soul food. We had some a little bit ago here. What is food for the soul? Well, beauty. Beauty. Noticing the beauty that's all around us. You ever stop for a moment and just gaze at a flower? Look at the petals. And feel the essence of that flower. Maybe even get a little aromatherapy from the flower. I mean, the flowers are aromatherapists, the original ones. And there's a healing when you start to notice the beauty in your life, the beauty that's in the world, in the earth. I mean, in this room, there are colors going on that we can see with our natural eyes. There are natural phenomena going on all the time, right? One day I woke up, just felt something. Sometimes I don't even like to talk about what it is because it's mysterious, you know? It's ecstatic. It's blissful. And I went downstairs and I sat down at my desk and I looked out the window and there was God revealing. I was looking at the trees. I was watching there was this white hawk sitting there on our fence. I had never seen one before. And I was told that they don't live in our area. In fact, they live on another island out of the United States. So when I got there, I took a video of it and we watched it for a little while. And that hawk represents divine revelation and visitation. Right? Now see, we all have God in us. Sometimes there's a visitation. There's an expression. There's a revelation that comes to us. In that, we see more clearly like the hawk sees. The vision that the hawk has. And the pure white that represents the Christ Spirit. Right? Can you see the beauty? Wow. When you look at it and you realize there's more going on than what you see with your eyes, what you hear with your ears. You're touching something that is beyond the 5 physical senses. Wow. And when you do that, it sparks your soul a little bit. It wakes you up a little more And then you realize that most people are walking around hypnotized and mesmerized by their own lives, by what they see on the television, right? What they read in the newspapers. They don't understand that there's more going on. The focus is so narrow, right? We need to pray for eyes, the eyes of a hawk that can see with the microscopic, telescopic vision far off, right? And when you expand your focus, you start seeing that there's, wow, a bigger world out there that's really in here, that's out there, that's in here, that's out there, that's in here, that's out there. Who knows? Right? It doesn't matter, does it? It just is. It just is. And you begin to experience something that I like to call the power of wow. Wow. Are you having many wow moments in your life? It's easy. All you have to do is pay attention to what you haven't been looking at. Why haven't we been looking at it? Because we've been trained to look at certain things and think that that's all that there is. But when we really get it, we understand that there's so much more that are beyond words and thoughts and feelings. Right? There are many dimensions. And you live, and I live in all those dimensions. You know? You ever at the periphery of your vision see little lights or sparkles? Or anybody here? I thought so, yeah. Yeah, you unity people are not completely normal. This is not a normal church, Dale.
It isn't?
No. You know what I'd rather be?
What?
I don't want to be normal. I want to be natural. Right? I want to be naturally who I am. In that, I'm discovering all kinds of wonderful things. Right? There's so much more. I feel like we're like knocking on the door of something on the other side that's knocking on the door. And we're ready to shake hands. You know what I mean? We're right at the edge of an amazing awakening and opening in the world. Not everybody is seeing it yet, but you can feel it because there's a lot of what? Pressure. There's a lot of polarization. There's a lot of division, a lot of all that kinds of stuff. The only thing that's going to heal that is there has to be a breakthrough into a greater reality. Right? Where we understand that we are more than this physical stuff. How many know how long the Bible says that your body lasts? Like a wisp of smoke. Don't get too attached. Nobody's getting out of here alive, ladies and gentlemen. But we really are. We're moving into greater and greater realms. In the Bible it says we're being transformed from glory to glory, from power to power, from spirit to spirit, from one energy into another energy, being lifted. You're levitating. You're being levitated into a higher place. Do you know that the world is not the same as it was 20 years ago? Right? 10 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yesterday.
That's right. 10 minutes ago. It's different now. And if you look for it, you'll see what it's really about. See, a lot of people don't know. Right? But you can walk around with a smile on your face because it's like, I know what's going on. I can't explain it, but I know something's good. Something good is happening right now. Something real good. And it's you and I totally, fully, completely expressing divinity in physical form. Say it with me. Whoa. Yeah. All right. It's so beautiful. You know, how many here love music? Don't you just love music? The beauty of music. Music is, it's a medicine. Isn't it, Kyle? Yeah. You know something about that, don't you?
Getting high.
On your medicine, right?
You know, this is one of those crowd participatory, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Crowd participation situations. The crowd participation situation. There is a place where I can go. There is no time. Only flow. I lose my body. I lose my mind. My secret place. Leave the world behind. Because music is my medicine and it heals my soul. Music heals my soul. Music is my medicine and it makes me whole. Music makes me whole. There is no evil. There is no good. There's only light. If only you would. Open your heart. Open your soul. Let it pour out. Like a newborn foal. Music is my medicine. It heals. Music heals my soul. Music is my medicine. Music makes me whole. I feel it now. Wash over me. Just close your eyes. Now you can see. Mother Earth. Father, Son. All we know. It's all the one. Music is my medicine. Music heals my soul. Music is my medicine. Music makes me whole. I open my heart. Open my soul. Whatever it is. let it go.
I let it go.
I feel as one.
I feel as one.
I feel the bliss.
I feel the bliss.
Nothing to find.
Nothing to find.
Nothing to miss.
Nothing to miss.
Ah, music is my medicine. Music heals my soul. Music is my medicine. Music makes me whole. Thank you for doing that with me. Well, we want to welcome you here and thank you for being here. I think I'm looking out and I think I know everybody. And it's good to see you all again here at Unity of Savannah. Thanks for coming to our revival. Reverend James King drove all the way down from Greenville, South Carolina. We tear up the road, let me tell you. And I got to tell you, it's a long drive. So we got up this morning, drove down, and came and rehearsed and went through everything. He's having a long day, and it's a great, wonderful talk. Thank you. Yeah. The Reverend James King, the man that wrote the Bible, is here. We got this going on. Reverend Dale over here, he's so wonderful. Playing piano. We have Nate Saraceno on the bass guitar behind the stage. Rochelle is back here on the drums. And it's all a great blessing. It's all a great blessing. So, Reverend James actually was talking a little bit about what I wanted to talk about tonight. Reverend Dale and I were hanging out the other night. We don't get a lot of hangout time as we used to, but we were hanging out the other night and we were talking, and we got on to the idea of how far we've come in this country through the Civil War, through the Civil Rights Movement back in the 60s. Everybody can vote now, and now we've just moved through all these different things. If anything comes to your mind, shout it out. We have gay people getting married now. It's legal. And so they can be on each other's insurance. And when somebody is sick, they can go into the hospital room. There's so many advances that we have made that is tremendous. It's absolutely tremendous. And I think a lot of times, I know myself, I can get so caught up in where I want to go that I can forget where I'm at. And I can easily forget how it was 20 years ago, how it was when I was in high school, how it was when I was born in 1968. It was a very, very different world then. And I would say that we've moved forward since then in many ways. And it's people like you, it's people like us that move it forward, that propel it forward. You know, this is a happening. And it is happening. It is happening. You know, and we are different. Just like Reverend James says, yes, we're different. When I was growing up, I was telling Reverend Dale the other night, I hung out with everybody. I had a friend named Scott who was a goth. There weren't many goth kids in Albany, Georgia. Albany, Georgia. Scott had peroxide white hair. He was completely white, completely pale. He wore nothing but black. He sat in his room. He had black lights. He had Iron Maiden posters everywhere. And Ronnie James Dio, and we would sit in there and get high and listen to Iron Maiden, and all this stuff. And then I would leave there and I would get in the car with my friend Tracy, who was from Araby, Georgia, and he chewed tobacco and dipped snuff and smoked cigarettes and drank Budweiser all at the same time. He never wore a shirt. He never wore shoes. We used to put everything up on the dashboard that was in the car, went up on the dashboard, and every time we made a turn, it all would go out the window. We had to stop and get out. This is for real. This is for real. He listened to Hank Williams Jr. and Run DMC. And if it wouldn't have been for Tracy, I wouldn't have been hip to Prince, you know. My guitar teacher was gay, and I knew he was gay, and he knew that I knew that he was gay, and we just never really talked about it. But man, I loved playing music with him. I was in a band with him. I had people that I hung out with that played football and that were into sports. And I even had people that I would hang out with sometimes who were the smart kids. You know, I would just kind of be anywhere. And it's the same way now. Last Saturday I was at the Georgia-Florida game. Everybody there had on the Kemp stickers, you know, and they're all, you know. And, last night I was at Lizzie's Tequila Bar and Grill on River Street. And now I'm here at Unity of Savannah. You know, I'm kind of around everywhere. But it's like when Reverend Dale and I were talking the other night, I can't take my gothic friend Scott to go hang out with my redneck friend Tracy. It doesn't work. I can't take you know, my redneck friend Tracy to go hang out with my gay guitar teacher. It doesn't work. I can't mix, you know, but for me it's fine, and I bet for you it's fine. I bet you are cool with lots of different friends. I would imagine that's that way for you. And so we are a little bit abnormal in that way. But it's okay, because it's us spirits, it's us open consciousness that can move in between and know that when I'm with my gothic friend, he's no different than my redneck friend, who's no different than my jock friend, who's no different than my gay friend, who's no different than my straight friend, who's no different than my Catholic friend, who's no different than my Buddhist friend. Underneath, you see. I want to tell you, my spiritual advisor, the one message that I got from Spirit to share with you tonight is actually something that there's so much emotions. It's coming. He told me one time, he said, there's an appropriate way to say or do anything that you need to say or do. Because sometimes I feel like I shouldn't say what I need to say, or maybe I shouldn't do what I want to do, or maybe I shouldn't be angry. Maybe being angry is wrong. Or, you know what I'm saying? No. God don't make no junk. You're just exactly like you're supposed to be. There's so many churches and so many religions that have wrecked so many people. It's unbelievable. They tell people that they shouldn't be the way that they are, that they're going to burn in hell for eternity because they're the way they were born. And it's just, there's so much of it. And there's been so much of it for so long. It has got to stop. And it has to stop with us. And in order to stop it, somebody's got to say something and do something. And so remember, there is an appropriate way to say or do anything that you need to say or do. Because if you need to say it, you feel like you need to do it, it needs to be said and it needs to be done. Because we know that underneath we're all the same. Take your skin off and we all look just alike. I've been around a while, I know wrong from right. I learned a long time ago, things ain't always black and white. Just like you can't judge a book by the cover, we all gotta be careful how we treat one another. Skin deep, underneath, we're all the same. Where they never called me by my name. He said, boy, do this and boy, do that, but I never did complain. I knew he had a good heart, but he just didn't understand that I needed to be treated like any other man. I sat my child down when he was old enough to know. I said, boy, there's people in this world. You're gonna meet all kinds of folks. I said, when it all comes down to just one simple rule, that you treat everybody the way you want them to treat you.
See Georgia Kyle Shiva.
Yeah.
That's right. Let's all take a breath. Whew. Powerful energy in this house tonight. Yeah, thank you, James, for coming all the way from South Carolina to be with
Hey, I'm
us
glad to be here.
tonight. Yeah, thank you. And James will be here in the morning too, so tell your friends. Tell your mama. Come on down.
Tell your enemies. Bring them. Bring them.
Bring your enemies. I was in South Carolina last night. I went to Beaufort. And I went to the Beth Israel synagogue, temple. I'm not sure exactly what to call it. It was part of a nationwide outreach to people from different faiths to come together and to, I just felt like I was a witness. You know, a witness to their grief and pain and fear and anger about what happened just a week ago on Friday night. My understanding is they have Shabbat, I think it's called Sabbath. They have a Friday night service. And it was very interesting because it wasn't that much different from the little Christian service that I used to go to as a little kid. It was a little bitty house, beautiful little house downtown Beaufort in the historic district, one of the first Jewish communities in the Low Country. And they had pews, and there was a lot of standing up and sitting down, and they had a hymnal, but only their hymnal starts on what I call the back page. And number one is the back page. I don't know if you know that Hebrew is written, we call it backwards, but it's right to left. And so they were singing songs that didn't have any music notes written in the hymnal. And it was all in Hebrew, most of it. So, I didn't have my glasses. I was lost. Pretty much. I just knew, I stood up when they stood up and sat down when they sat down. But they read a prayer out of the book. And it said something along the lines of that every person has a divine spark within them. And so I instantly perked up and I heard that. And the prayer was something like, anytime that we hurt another person, it's like hurting God, because everybody has that spark inside of them. And I was like, wow, you know. And then afterwards we went and ate. It was just, you know, it was kind of like the same but different. And our friend Tzippi, Rabbi Tzippi Radonsky, that spoke here a couple of months ago, she spoke and she just opened everybody's heart. She talked about at the first conversion that she'd ever been to of someone converting to Judaism, that there was an older male rabbi with her, and he asked the person that was converting, why would anybody want to be a Jew? Because it's so hard. And she said a lot of people have been coming to her recently this past week and asking her, why do people hate Jews so much? She says, we're a minority, we just don't look like it. You know? So, towards the end of the evening, they got to a song from a band. It's a husband and wife, and they're called, I think it's Nepheth Mountain. And they call themselves a Jewgrass band because they have a banjo. I'm not making this up. They're awesome. Look them up on the internet. I'll post a link on our Facebook page later. And they wrote a song about what happened in the Tree of Life Temple in Pittsburgh last Friday. So I'm going to do my best. We're going to do our best to share that with you tonight. It's a beautiful song. It's called The Tree of Life. It's a husband and wife team that make up the band. He plays the banjo and she sings, and they take old Jewish songs and they modernize them and come up with their own music. So it's pretty special. But during the song, we're going to read all the names of the people that were shot last week. And, you know, in just a week's time since that happened, there's been more. Like I heard of some people, I think it was in Kentucky, that got shot in McDonald's. So what I'm asking you to do is to join me tonight in just holding in prayer these folks from the Tree of Life Temple, all of the people that's been impacted by that event, and also anybody that's on your heart tonight that might be suffering or experiencing some sort of loss or tragedy in their life.
Sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these worlds, need someone out there. I am a voice, just a cry in the air, but I sing nonetheless through this pain that we share. Oh, sweet friends, come and dry your eyes and hold each other by this tree of life. I am angry and I'm tired, but I sing nonetheless, 'cause love lives inside. Oh, sweet souls who feel broken now, we'll heal together somewhere, somehow. Time and again we've been let down, but we sing nonetheless, still whole and still proud.
Joyce Feinberg, 75. Richard Gottfried, 65. Rose Malagar, 97. Jerry Rabinowitz, 66. Cecil Rosenthal, 59. David Rosenthal, 54. Bernice Simon, 84. Sylvan Simon, 86. Daniel Stein, 71. Melvin Wax, 88. And Irvin Younger, 69.
Oh, sweet Spirit, hear my prayer. Help these words fear. I'm a voice, a cry in the air, and I sing nonetheless through this pain that we share. Oh, sweet friends, come and dry your eyes and hold each other by this tree of life. You can't play the game, act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, afraid of playing the fool? One thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Oh, father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will do what I said. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are
Thank you so much. So I'm going to ask Becky and Carol if they come forward now. If you would like to give back tonight, this is your opportunity. So if you're prepared with a love offering, we call it here, offer your love in the form of dollars and cents. I invite you to take that out right now, and let's bless that together. And we also give thanks tonight, not only for our abundant lives, but for all of the beautiful people that are in this room tonight. Thank you for coming. Tell somebody thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you. And for the band, all of the musicians, I'm so grateful for our music team, for Kyle and James and Nate, Rochelle. For John is the silent partner. He's the fifth Beatle in the sound booth up there. We appreciate you, John. And everybody, Jamie, thank you so much for the Low Country Boil. That was great. That was delicious. Thank you. Becky made the cornbread. That was so good. So let's take our offering now, and we're going to bless it together. We just give thanks for this time together, for the beautiful energy that we've experienced, for the presence of God that is within us and all around us all the time. And if you know our prosperity affirmation, I invite you to say it with me now together. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. I am grateful.
We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Love, 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 joined together, together in love. Now we're going to do joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in joy. Joy, 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 joined together, together in joy. Joy, 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 joined together, together in joy. Now let's join together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. We are brothers, we are sisters, joined together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace. Peace, 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 joined together, together in peace.
Mr. James King, an original song.
Thank you, thank you.
Flow, river, flow. What was that verse you said about it will flow out of your belly? What was that?
Yes. Flow out of your belly, rivers of living water will flow. Rivers.
Livers of living
Many
water.
livers of fire water will,
Chicken livers. Goodness.
low country boil and stuff.
Take me home. I'm ready to go. So James will be here in the morning at both services at 9 and 11. And we're having a potluck brunch tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So if you want to bring something to nosh on tomorrow, see Becky. We got what? We got a quiche. We got some more cornbread.
We got much.
We got a lot of food.
Have you got any more of that sausage? Okay.
I said, you heard that Law 11 song, said, I got some beans and some good cornbread. Listen, folks, what the preacher man said. So a revival wouldn't be a revival without
Food.
a little bit of Georgia Kyle's Shiver Slide Blues, greasy guitar player. Y'all might have heard this song before. It's kind of like our revival theme song, I think.
Before enlightenment.
What?
After enlightenment. All I want say, John will do whatever he is.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Have a
See you
good
tomorrow.
night. Have a good night. Thank you. Good. Yay.
Hey, sorry. I was looking at him. I thought he had me.
So all you